How's it going, everyone? Thank you so much for clicking on this video. It's your man, Mr.Divineroyal, and in this video we're gonna be doing Broly versus Broly. We're gonna do Broly non-canon versus Broly super that is canon. We're gonna talk about his story, his character, his forms, and his power, the differences and some of the similarities. As hopefully y'all all know, the Saiyan race is a race that's basically space pirates that go around the world taking over planets and giving them to who's in charge, Frieza, and they sell it to the biggest buyers. Oh, hopefully you already know that. First, let's start with the non-canon Broly. It all starts with Paragus. Paragus is the father of Broly, and it all starts with the day Broly was born. When Broly was a baby, he had a power level of 10,000, and the doctors right away told King Vegeta about the crazy amount of power this little baby had as a baby of 10,000. King Vegeta quickly felt that Broly was gonna be a threat to the Saiyan race, that he was gonna overrule him, and that in the future he's not even gonna be able to control his own power. So what King Vegeta does, he orders his men to execute Paragus and Broly, making one of his men stab Broly right in the chest. And then, but before that happened, just something else, Broly was born on the same day as Goku. Goku has a power level of 2, while Broly was power level of 10,000. Let me explain a little something. If you remember in the Saiyan saga, Nappa and Vegeta was shocked when Goku had a power level over 9,000, and they're basically adults. You could understand why King Vegeta had that reaction. The other side, Frieza had his own execution and plan. He decided to get all the Saiyans, all the Saiyans at Planet Vegeta, and then, you know the story, throws one little beam, that big old ball, and he ends the Saiyan race, destroys Planet Vegeta. Broly and Paragus was able to survive because Broly used his inner energy to safely take his father and him away from the planet, so they were able to survive. Then Paragus, the rest of his life, is determined to get his revenge on King Vegeta. Broly started to grow up. Paragus started to see what King Vegeta was saying, that he could be a threat because of his power. He was even getting scared of his own son, so he has a scientist make him, in the non-canon one, he has a crown like on his forehead, and a scientist made him this device so he's able to control his power. So that's basically just the backstory of the non-canon one. On the canon one, the new one, he has a shock collar. He presses a button and it basically stops Broly from whatever he's doing. But it's kind of weird, because if you think about it, Goku and Broly literally go into lava, and that doesn't affect him, but I'm guessing a little bit of electricity does. It's basically almost the same thing, but instead of executing Broly and Paragus, King Vegeta sends Broly out to a faraway planet, because King Vegeta goes and to see his Prince Vegeta, his son, and he is very proud of his son being so strong, because he broke one of the highest ranks of all history. But later he notices that in the same room there's a pod with Broly in it, and then later King Vegeta's people, he tell them that Broly has even a greater power level than his own son. And then, a little jealousy, a little envy, King Vegeta orders to send Broly to a far away planet, because he has fear of what Broly can become. And then, as you know, as in both movies, Paragus tends to find that out. But that's basically the backstory of canon one, the little difference, and then the non-canon one. Now let's talk about the forms. Let's first start with the non-canon. First you have your base form, that he's just, don't really have anything like crazy going down with just the base form in the non-canon one. But then, as you see in the when he first turns Super Saiyan, you notice, a lot of people notice that his hair is purple. But let me kind of explain that. His hair is purple at night. The reason why his hair is purple is because he has that light, the beam of the crown is making his hair look that way. While when you see during the day, when he's about to go against Goku and he turns Super Saiyan, his hair is blue. Is this the inspiration for Super Saiyan Blue? Who knows? So it's base form and then Super Saiyan, and then during the day his hair is blue. But in the second movie, Broly's Second Coming, his hair is the original color of the Saiyan of Super Saiyan. It's yellow. And the reason why in that movie is yellow is because in the Second Coming, he does not have that crown no more. So that beam of light is not making his hair look that way. And then of course, you know, you finally see the legendary Super Saiyan. That's like the legend. That's the non-canon one. In the canon, Dragon Ball Super Broly, you know, he has his regular form, but before he turns Super Saiyan, he has a very interesting form that I actually really like. You see, when he's fighting Vegeta, you see the change of color in his eyes. And then Paragus said that he is able to transform to a great ape while staying in his human form, maintaining his speed and agility. Some people will call it Berserk mode. Some people are calling it the Zaru form. It's basically the great ape. And you notice that before he turned Super Saiyan, right before he versus Goku, his hair, when it was base form, was all like, you know, regular. When he's turning and going against Goku, he starts to get more bulkier. His black hair is starting to get more spiky, and that he is going into the, I guess you could call it the Berserk form, the Zoro. He's turning into the Great Ape, but like I said, he's maintaining his human form, maintaining his speed and agility. Because I saw the movie at the theaters, and after the movies, I'm gonna have to shout out to James, my boy James. He's in some of my other videos, but he said that when he saw the yellow in his eyes, it reminded him of Super Saiyan 4. No, it may not be that, you know, Super Saiyan 4 probably will never be canon. You know, I personally will hope it is, but that's something on another video. But, you know, it's kind of like, you could say the same thing. He finally turned Super Saiyan, and then it's different from the non-canon one. In the non-canon one, he loses his pupils until he makes it to legendary Super Saiyan, while in the canon one, he already loses his pupils with Super Saiyan, and then he turns legendary Super Saiyan later. So those are basically the forms of Broly for both the non-canon and the canon version. Now let's talk about the looks of the character. I really personally like the looks of the non-canon one better, but let me explain why. Like, if you look at how Broly looks in the non-canon one, he literally is like with drip. Like, it's funny that I'm saying this, but he's literally just covered in gold. Like, he looks like a god, honestly. And he basically like a god of destruction. Like, he just has gold around him. He just, like, I guess you could say the what he's wearing is making him look like his status is up there, when really he is, because he's the legendary one. While in the new one, cool seeing Broly in the original Saiyan armor that Frieza gives them. And it's funny because he's purple and green. He's basically the Hulk of Dragon Ball Super. He gets stronger as he fights. He gets stronger the more angrier he gets, and it just makes sense, you know. I honestly like both of them as character wise. And the new one, he is more seen as honestly a good guy instead of, well, the non-canon one, he's basically portrayed as a villain. And the new one, you tend to feel sorry for him with everything that he went through. He's being forced to do with his father. you don't really see like an evil side of Broly as much as how you see in the non-canon one. Then if we speak about in terms of power level, in the non-canon one, it took Goku, Gohan, Trunks, Piccolo, and then we all know what they did to Vegeta in that movie, and then that's just horrible what they did to him. Not talking about that. I'm glad in the new one, you know, he did his thing. But it took all of them to go and put all their power level, all their power to Goku, beat Broly. While in the new one, the power level range is just completely up there. In the new one, he was able to go against Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, in his base form. He was able to go against Goku in his base form. Or you could call him, or you could even say in his Berserk form, going against Super Saiyan God. And then he was later able to go toe to toe with Goku Super Saiyan Blue. And Goku was still struggling with that, and he hasn't even turned Super Saiyan yet. So that's crazy. And then later you see when he turns Super Saiyan, he's able to go against Vegeta and Goku Super Saiyan Blue at the same time. That's crazy if you think about it. Like, Broly has never been trained. He was never trained. He was only trained by Paragus. But you know how Frieza said that's like nothing because Paragus level was so low. And then when Broly has to go against Gogeta, he's going toe to toe. And when he turned legendary, Gogeta had to go Super Saiyan Blue. So he went all the way to Gogeta Super Saiyan. I got people texting me. So when it comes to power level, it's just two different categories, you know. Both very strong, but just two different categories. New one was able to go all the way to Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Even Goku said that there's a possibility that he could even be stronger than Beerus, who is a god of destruction. That's honestly, I wouldn't really say yes, because if you think about it, you never really saw Beerus at full power. But it could be a possibility. It's basically gonna wrap up this video. That was me comparing non-canon Broly to Broly Super. Tell me, which Broly do you prefer? Do you prefer the non-Broly canon, or do you prefer the new one? If I had to pick, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna pick the non-canon Broly. I don't know, maybe it's because of the movie, the soundtrack of the old movies, how they used The Rock. Maybe back in the day because they used blood. And then, I don't know, evil Broly and the stuff that he would say, he had the most savage lines to me. Like, he was just pure evil, something about the evil laugh, and then the sound effects of his beams in the old one. It was just, I guess you could say, better for me. Don't get me wrong, I love the new one. It's a masterpiece, but if I had to pick, I would pick the non-canon one. It's just my opinion. I love both of the movies. Comment down below which one you will pick and tell me the reason why. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. A good day.